Quran talks about, he was mentioned in the...
I'm not a Muslim, so I don't know what the Quran says. I'm asking you to explain to me.
So I am explaining to you in clear terms. The Quran talks about that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was mentioned in the Torah, which was given to Musa alayhi salam, and in the Injil, which was given to Isa alayhi salam.
Okay, can you then explain to me where in the Torah?
It's a very interesting question. Where is the Torah that was given to Musa alayhi salam, and where is the Injil that was given to Isa alayhi salam? I mean, if you had it with you, then we can examine and say it's there. The question is, do you possess those Torah and the Injil?
Do you think that we have the Torah?
Sorry?
Do you think the Torah is available?
Let me ask you this question.
I'm asking you to explain the Quran.
In terms of explanation,
refers to something that is lost. Yeah? The Quran refers to the Injil, which is lost, and to the Torah, which is lost.
No, that's not what we say.
Obviously, there is a prophet in those books. We can't even prove that he's in there.
There is 2 points to consider. There are many books, even the Bible mentions by name, which doesn't exist. It's lost from... Are you going to let me finish? Yeah?
No, you can't explain.
Are you going to let me finish? Are you going to let me finish?
No, you can't explain.
Excuse me, are you going to let me finish, or it's the end of discussion?
You're just talking around.
This gentleman wants to know about something, and he asked me a question. In the process of explaining it, he cuts me off and doesn't want me to finish it. That is not a sign of someone who is sincere. I am about to finish explaining my question. So, excuse me, I'm about to finish, right? So, as I said, there are 2 points to consider. Even the Bible mentions some books by name which are not to be found anywhere in antiquity. Are you going to... Okay. Do you see the problem?
What is the question?
1 second. Do you see the problem? It's the problem of integrity and sincerity. If this gentleman has some questions which he needs an explanation, and when in the process of me explaining to him, he stops me in the middle and saying, I'm not going to let you speak.
You're not explaining it. You're denying
Listen,
it.
what I'm asking you is to behave in a very nice way. So let me finish explaining to you.
Why should I do that? You're just denying the evidence. So
Brother, why did you bring this gentleman here?
I want to keep you on track.
It's a joke, isn't it? So I continue with you. Do you have a question?
Me?
See you later.
No question. I said that if he's Christian and you are Muslim, for me, if both of you are good to society, perfect.
Yeah. What happens when we die? When you die and when I die, what happens?
We'll see. We will see.
No. What do you know what happens?
What I know happens. Depends. If you believe in Christian, you go to paradise. If you believe in Muslim, you go to another place. If you believe in
So, if you're a Christian, what happens to me according to what you believe?
For me, I believe that we'll go to the same place.
So it doesn't matter what you believe. Everyone goes to heaven. Is that what you believe?
No heaven, the same place.
Okay. You are a Christian.
No.
What are you?
Nothing.
Nothing. So you don't have a certain basis of saying what happens to you after death.
Me, I got to know what I think. Like, you're animal, like the small bird. But it happened because of evolution to grow our brain. So then we created other things.
Okay, now I see what you're doing. Okay, let me give you an example, right? Suppose you wake up one day from your sleep and you find yourself in a fast-moving train. Train. Yeah? Train's going somewhere, but you are in a compartment. There is no one else, you're there, and the doors from the back and the front, they're locked. So you can't actually see where the train's going. There's no sign, but you can see it outside. Train is going, you're passing, all these green fields and lots of things. Are you just wondering? Okay. There seems to be some food there, so I'm going to eat the food. There's a nice seat, and I'm going to just sit on this couch, and I'm going to, and there's some toilets there. So food, toilets, water, sleeping, what do I need? Oh, it's quite warm in here. So I'm going to just live my life without even bothering to ask myself, how did I get here? Where am I going? I can see the train's going somewhere, but you can just say, there's no destination. It's just going, that's what we are. It's just reality.
I like bothering. You are right.
Wait, think. So imagine now you are a person who just said, I've got enough food and I've got, drinks there, my sleep is taken for, my clothing is there, call for the nature, everything is organized. So I can live my life, all my life, until I die, and that's it. I don't need to worry about where I come from. What am I doing here in this train? Looks like a train to me in all sense. And where am I going? It seems to be going in a particular direction. It's not like suddenly going in circles. I can see that it's going on a track. To a certain individual, you will say they're not actually really thinking. They're just going by what? What are they using? They're not using their intellect. They're not using their emotions. They're not using what? They're not using anything. They're just doing nothing. They're what?
But can we live without them?
One moment. If you were that person, would you behave that way?
Which person? If I was an animal?
A person who found yourself on a train, fast moving. Would you not even consider saying, I need to start thinking, how did I get here? What am I doing here?
Of course I want to
and
know.
where am I going?
It's really interesting.
Very good, very good. So now you realize we are here on this earth. How did we come here? What are we doing here? And where are we going? What happens when we die? Because we can see everyone dies. People die. I'm going to die. It's a fact of reality. You're going to die, fact of reality. So what is going to happen to me and you after death? By just simply saying, we'll find out when I die, it's like saying when the train stops, we'll find out the destination.
No, man, you know what I mean? It's perfect to think about something else. It's perfect. Because we're not like stones. At the same time, we have also to think about now. Like to try to fix something now.
Yeah, so on the train...
Only thinking, then we do nothing.
Very good. So on the train, you want to think about now. So what you're thinking is, yes, I'm feeling hungry. Is there any food? You found some food, you ate it.
No, man, I don't say that.
No, please.
Look, I say like, since we have this consciousness in our mindset, our minds have conscious. That's the difference from animals, is the conscious. That's the difference. That's what can differentiate us from the animals. So I feel responsible. Like we're all animals, right? Animals. In physiology, we're the same. Like, forget about in physiology, we're the same with animals. We have the same needs, the same. So I feel this, since I have consciousness, I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I have something better than the mushroom, than the dog. So I feel it's possible to protect them. That's my point of view.
Yeah. So on a train, just like you've seen there are animals around you, on a train, you saw certain pets as well. You just discovered there's some pets floating and hanging around underneath the table. Oh, there's a dog, there's a cat, there's a bird as well, and there's food, all for them. So you just consider, just as you said about the animals around that, you feel guilty, what are they doing? I mean, they don't look very smart, but you think you're smarter than the animals, whatever. You're thinking about now on the train. Are you saying you're not going to consider what happens next? Where is the train going? Would you not even think about it?
I think about
you got yourself on the train.
What do you want to think about?
Good. So what happens to you when you die?
I mean, that's the best thing we have to learn. No one knows. You're not excited to die?
So you're saying you're on the train and you're saying to those pets, no one knows where the destination is. No one knows.
No one will return.
Hang on. The destination we're going, right? On the train. You're saying, I can't open the door at the front of the cabin, on the back of the cabin. I don't know where it's going. No one knows, and you give up. Is that what you do?
I don't give up.
Right. So how would you find out where it's going?
But I would rather spend my energy in trying to improving you, and the animals and everyone.
So make your cabin compartment a bit nicer. So you know what? I'll clean the couch a little bit. My table, I'll make it nice and tidy and shiny. Is that what you're going to do?
I don't say that.
You're on the train and you're trying to find out how did you get there, and you're trying to ask your question, what am I doing in this cabin? And where is it going? And you're saying, no, you know what? I'll make it nice and tidy and clean and shiny, comfortable, bright, maybe warm as well. Look, this is exactly what some people do in this life. I'll make myself comfortable. And that's it. That is not how we should behave in this world. We should ask ourselves this very meaningful question.
And then what?
Where did we get here from? What are we doing here now? And what happens to us later? Where are we going? What's our destination?
You can ask why as well. Why are we in the train?
Why are we here? Yes, why are we here? So why are we here? It's something that we have to ask. If you look at now all the living creatures, they seem to be following a particular law that's already instilled within them. Instincts. We have instincts, but there's something else that we can override our instincts. We can override it. A lion doesn't feel suddenly compassion to a deer and say, I'm not going to eat that deer even though I'm hungry. I'm going to let it go. Is that what happens?
You know what I think that this happened to have this conscious? Maybe in another planet, in another like galaxy.
Before you go, another galaxy.
They must be like us.
When a tiger or a lion, right, sees deers, gazelles, or other animals they prey on, and the lion is hungry, do you think the lion suddenly feels this compassion and say, I'm feeling empathy, and it doesn't eat? Is that what they do generally?
No, they don't have empathy.
Right, but you can actually, even if you're hungry and you saw someone there, someone who's in more need of you, you don't eat. You can give all the food away. You eat.
So why? Why?
There's a difference.
Yeah, we have difference. So why we are the worst animal in the planet? Why
We're not the worst animal. So let's go back to this question again.
Since we have the empathy, why we're the worst?
We're the worst. In what way we're the worst?
We destroy the whole planet. Lion doesn't destroy the planet.
Oh, destroying the planet doesn't mean it doesn't work. It means there are certain people who do not make themselves a responsible individual, and they abuse the resources around, the people around, and so on. So it's wrong with certain people, not every people. Not everyone's trying to destroy the planet. Not everyone. Certain people are trying to do that because of certain reasons. Maybe they're greedy, maybe there's something wrong with them. You know what? Whatever reason, right. There's something wrong with the people, that's why they're trying to destroy the planet.
Do you deserve to be in this planet?
So, my friend, what's your name? Tim. I'm Mansur.
Mansur, where are you from?
I'm from around here, just not too far, okay? About 10-minute walk.
Like you from which country?
Indian subcontinent. Indian subcontinent, big continent. Where are you from? Greece. I don't speak Greek. I would have spoken to you Greek. So no, subcontinent. There's few countries within the subcontinent, right? So I want you to explore this in thinking. We seem to be programmed while we're here. We are programmed to sustain ourselves, to sustain the life that we have.
Agree.
Yeah? Program. In fact, there is a program in our body which has the mechanism so that when you take in the food for energy, it can then utilize it.
That's a miracle.
Yeah?
It's a miracle, not just a program.
There's no such thing as a miracle when there's no God, right?
Yeah.
You can't use the word miracle when you don't even believe in a concept of a God. Because if someone believes in nature, then everything has to be explained by natural ways and natural means.
The builder, the manufacturer. That's the miracle.
So do you believe this universe, this cosmos, this world has been created by someone?
Yeah, but it's one for everyone.
Okay, so now we are talking. So you believe there is a creator of this universe? Very good, I agree. There is a creator.
Maybe it's something, maybe it's something creator, something.
Good, something. Call this something the creator. Okay. What possibly could be the qualities and attributes of this creator? Attribute, quality. Qualities. Yeah. You know, like specification.
Yeah.
So, what does this creator have or possess that we can understand that creator is like? Is this creator like us, deficient and weak and limited and finite and dependent? Actually, cannot be the case. Because if the creator was like us, then someone else have to create him.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, if we are here as a creation, there ultimately has to have a creator. There has to be a creator who is uncreated.
Maybe also a whole joke. Maybe it's a joke.
It's not a joke, because if this universe exists, there has to be a creator. And that creator has to be uncreated. We can just assert this because we understand it, or we can go through in steps in understanding each steps, why and how we derive to that conclusion.
I get your point.
Yeah? So there has to be an uncaused cause. A cause of this universe who didn't begin to exist. who is something or someone that always existed. Okay? A totally independent, unlimited, a perfect being. Because if that being wasn't perfect, then we will have the same problem that we are. We are imperfect. An imperfect being by themselves would need some kind of a perfect creator to create them in the first place. So there has to be eventually, ultimately, a creator who's perfect. No wants, limits, or limitation. If you have a creator who is perfect in all aspects and has created us, we need to understand the reason, as the brother, the friend mentioned. What is the reason we were created? You cannot just assume the creator just created without a reason. We don't just create or make things or manufacture things for no reason. Even we don't do that. Look, a camera is made for a reason. A tripod is made for a reason, for a camera to sit on it, so it's stable, right? This tripod.
No, what's the reason that we were talking about?
Yeah, what's the reason? That's the question that we are going to now understand and explore. In the Quran, the Creator tells us the reason why we were created is to worship this Creator. The Creator told us He has not created man and jinn, another form of creation, except to worship this Creator.
Who said that?
The Creator. In the Quran, in a revelation, a communication from this Creator. So that's the next question I was going to ask. If we were created by a Creator, has there been some communication from that Creator why we are created? Or has the Creator just created us and left us wandering around, trying our best to find out why we are here? And somebody says there is no purpose in life, another says there are. We say no. There definitely has been throughout human history prophets and messengers. They are agents, human beings who God, the Creator, appointed to convey and to communicate the message to the people why they are here in this world, what they're supposed to do, and what is going to happen to them in the future. What is they need to know about the future. Is it something like you are here and that's it, that's the end of it? Or is there life afterwards? So there always has been this consistent message. We are placed for a reason. We need to fulfill the purpose that we are here for, to worship our Creator. And those who do willingly and sincerely, they submit and surrender their will to the will of the Creator, whatever the Creator wants to do. And the Creator never wants, and it's not in the character of the Creator to want us to do things which are unjust, which are something which is evil, which are something that you will say like this is wrong. So Allah tells us in the Quran,
there is no good or wrong.
The Creator tells us in the Quran, He does not command fawahish. He does not command anything that is evil, or detesting and things like this.
What is
He always commands us to do good. He wants us to behave good. He wants us to have good relationship. For example, having a good relationship with your family is a good thing. Speaking to your mother and father in a nice way is a good thing. Not even saying oof to them is a good thing.
But if they were raping you when you're young, it depends. If your mother and father abuse you, then it's not good.
And the parents are told not to abuse their children, to look after them well, to love them, to care for them, to support them, to nourish them, to develop them. So there is this responsibility from the parents and from the children to look after the destitute, the weak, the poor, to look after the people who are oppressed, the people who are transgressed. To be kind to people, to be merciful to people, to be just to everyone. These things are what the Creator considers to be good, and the Creator wants us to do good, right? Worship is not something like you just go to a particular place and that's it, and you just do some rituals. Everything that the Creator wants us to do as He says, and you do it, becomes part of worship. Smiling at your brother, "How my brother?" it's become part of worship. So worship is a very large, wide, broad, encompassing term. Right? We are told to do all of these things in accordance to what God, the Creator, has shown the prophets and messengers. The last of the prophet and messenger. So now you know what we're talking about. There's been so many throughout times, and there has been a last one. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the final of those messengers who came to convey the will of the Creator in terms of what we should be doing, how we should interact with people, how we should even interact with our own self. What is the right of God? What is the right of people, and how we should dispose those rights? So we should fulfill the rights that are given to us. For example, our body have a right over us. God have a right over us. Our parents, our spouses have rights over us. So when we do all of these things, then we are fulfilling our purpose. And then God promises us, the Creator promises us, that this life is this test that you are seeing yourself, and when you do all of these things, there will be a day of judgment where you will see the right and the wrong that you have done, the good and the bad that you have done.
What do you think?
And through the mercy and justice of God, you will go to, if you do all the things what is required for you, if you did not ascribe a partner to God and worship God as grateful to Him, you will go to a place which your heart, your mind, your soul